Hello, everybody. Today is Wedding Wednesday webinar day. And I am really, really excited to have our guest speaker for today, Jen Ball. She is going to give you a little information about herself if you have not read it already. And I am not going to take up a lot of time talking about her because she has a lot of information that she wants to share with you, a lot of takeaways for today. So, without further ado, Jennifer Ball.
Hello, good afternoon. And for those on the West Coast, good morning. I am so excited to be here in your presence. I am stateside today, so I am coming live from North Carolina. I know sometimes for those that keep up with me, you don't know which time zone, which country, where I'm at, and neither do I sometimes. But I am blessed to be here with you guys. And I'm really going to dive into one of those things that no one likes to talk about, everyone's scared to talk about. And it really is one of those things that we should be talking about, and we really should be educating more on forums, in our blogs, on our websites, in magazines. We should be talking about these at networking events. We really should be opening more about what our pricing is and why you should be charging what you are charging. And these are some of those areas that no matter if this is a side hustle for you, if this is I have someone taking care of all my bills and this is just my play fun side hobby, this is your day-to-day 9 to 5, what I like to call 24/24. It is everything. And no matter where you fall in that category, you still should be charging everything you are valuable for and everything you are worth. Just because you can give it for less doesn't mean you should give it for less, because that only waters down our pricing for the entire industry and makes us all not look great. So I'm going to kind of go over the whole process and really wanted to, like Shelby said, thanks so much for having me here today. Do want to kind of highlight kind of what, who I am. And for those that may just be jumping on here for the first time, welcome. ABC is one of the most amazing organizations that's going to constantly give you continuing education, not just a one-time certification. It's a great way to network. It's a great way to collaborate. And I have friends, and now I like to call family, all over the world just because of this organization. So if you're not a member, if you're hesitant on renewing, if you're only doing your monthly, go ahead and invest in that annual. I guarantee you, you will get more out of this than we pour into you, especially if you do it right. Well, the way I, see things is you also have to align yourself in the right positions and with the right people. So here's just a little quick snap, of some of the organizations I'm a part of, some of the places I network, some of the other professional organizations I'm a part of, certifications that really allow me to add those pretty little letters behind my name. They're not so little because my goal is to have the whole alphabet before I die behind my alphabet, behind my name. But for now, we're just going to work with a few letters that I do have. Now, that also is going to help build up your confidence. That's going to build up your expertise. And that's also going to build up your experience along the way. And that makes it where when you slide that price across either an email, a website, a phone, in front of you at a wedding show or a trade show, or just in your office with a client right in front of you, you're going to have that confidence that says, well, this is what I'm worth. This is what my value, and this is what I bring to the table, because, well, sometimes I even bring my own table. So let's jump right in. We really can't start this whole entire conversation without making you guys really question where you are in all of this. So we're going to have a little reality check, and I apologize ahead of time. But in your chat, if you want to, please chatter away. I may not be able to look at it right now, but I will go right back and I will answer any questions in all of those aspects. But I want you to do a true, this is a safe space. So that's one thing I love about ABC is this is a safe space to have open conversations, to have real conversations, and have real solutions for those questions and conversations. And that's really what we're here today. So, who on here has discounted just to book that event? Raise your hands. We all have. We've all given that discount to get that booking, to get that event, whether our bills were coming up, whether we were stressed out because of our own finances, we really wanted to get into that venue, or we really wanted to work with that vendor team, or we just love that client. We just love their little heart stories that just tugged on our heart stories. And then you found out later that they spent $10,000 on their flowers and they spent $800 on you. Yeah, we've all been there at some point in time in our life. But again, who has felt awkward about their price? Like they either didn't think they charged enough or they charged too much. Have you ever had that moment where you really just didn't feel confident and you felt really awkward at a wedding show, especially when, beauty on the budget down the hall is trying to give their services for $500 and you're over here going, "Well, I do only full service and design." Stay in your lane. It is okay. All right. And we're going to go through all of these fun things for sure. Now, um, who's been told they've been too expensive? Oh, I get this one daily. I mean, the tire kickers, the people who tag me on forums, I appreciate those tags, but those are every single one come back to me and tell me I'm too expensive because they don't understand and they don't value what you bring to the table. And these are all okay. If you raise your hand for one, two, three, all of these, it is okay. We've all been there. We've all done this. And trust me, it is okay. But my goal is to get it where you don't do that anymore. So the problem really is that you're underpricing yourself, which in return, I love it when I see on these social medias. I see it daily as well because I'm always tagged in the posts. They're so cute. They're so sweet. I'm looking for a budget friendly. And then all of a sudden you start reading the tags and the comments underneath it, and it's like, our starting price is $300. Our starting price is $500. Our starting price is $800. I'll do your full wedding for $1,500. You don't even know the logistics. It could be a 400-person 2-day wedding, and you're showing up giving your services literally away for free. This is what, when people are constantly booking you and booking you out without hesitation, this is what's going to turn into burnout, resentment, and inconsistency because you're tired. You don't have time to focus on your clients. I had a girl, I reached out. There was a venue that wanted to hire me for their day because they love me. But then I was too expensive. So they dropped down to only hire me for day of. Well, they ended up hiring another kind of planner designer who could do all of her in-house decor because she was cheaper and up and coming. By the time it got around a year later, that person was so burned out. When I called them 2 weeks before the event to check in and see how things were going and make sure we had everything, the girl broke down. Like when I say broke down, like I don't even think she's in business anymore, broke down crying because her husband was upset because she was spending too much money on decor and she wasn't making the amount of money that she was spending on decor. She had too much stuff. She was doing multiple events in a week because she was charging so little. I mean, I could be busy 3 or 4 days a week if I wanted to. But again, that would lead to burnout and it would not do my clients any greatness. If you're over delivering without setting boundaries, this is another huge problem that we're going to talk about. And then if you are not attracting the correct clients, I want you to just take a moment and think of the worst client you've ever had. Is that client's profile or photos anywhere on your social media? Does it breathe the light of day on your website? Take that down ASAP. If those people are not serving you, you do not want their friends. You don't want their circles. You don't want anybody knowing that you work with baby's breath. You don't want anybody to know that you work with plastic tablecloths. Do I do a birthday party every once in a while and help out? Absolutely. I surely will. Do they see the light of day? No, they do not, especially not on my website. They may see a very brief thing on my stories that's going to live for 24 hours and say, "Hey, I helped out a friend with their baby shower and it was cute." But I don't want to do cute. I want to do fantastic and amazing. And that's what you want to sell. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I want to reframe your thinking. All right. I want you to position your pricing so people that want to work with you are flocking to you. I want to communicate the value that you serve and that you have to give to your clients and your vendors. Who are the vendors you're circling around? If they're all cheap, guess who they're bringing you? Cheap clients. And that's okay, but raise your standards, especially if you want to do this as a career and you don't want to be burned out doing multiple events for peanuts. And people really don't question your price, they question your clarity. So I have one vendor, I love working with him. He is amazing, but he is a creativity person. He's one of those creatives. So he does really great the day of. He does great in mind blowing designs. He does great in all the things, but bookworking, marketing, following up, emails, he sucks at. Like he literally gives one invoice and says, my price is $1,500 and I'm going to make it look amazing. I'm going to question what amazing looks like for $15. How many uplights? How many pin spots? Where's the draping? Where's the, how is it going to look? Give me some pictures. Give me some designs. So people don't question your price. You can be the most expensive thing on the block, but if you show value, they will hire you. If you don't show value, they're going to pass and go to the next person. So what I want you to look at is, what are you really selling? You're not just selling the services. Hold on one second, guys. You are selling peace of mind, expertise, time. The risk management is the biggest thing. I tell people all the time, I'm selling you the what ifs. I'm not baking you a cake. I can't let you taste my food before the day of the event. I can show you pictures of the designs I've done. But me as a planner, I'm the what ifs. So when something goes wrong, the weather goes wrong, your 150 people do 150 people things in 150 people things different ways. I'm the one that's going to herd them. I'm going to be the one that handles that big storm that comes up. It's your experience and your expertise that you are selling. All right. And your time. I can't tell you how many times I was just talking to Shelby when we got on here, and I had a client, a potential client, who didn't use me because they didn't need me for 30 hours. And I had to break it down to them and say, well, just your wedding day and rehearsal day is 20 hours. I need at least 10 to 20 hours to play catch up. I want to know what vendors you're working with. I want to walk your space at least once before the day. I don't care how many times I've been in that venue. I want to walk it with you. I want to go over things with my client. So your time is valuable. And it's not just the time the day of, it's every text message, every email, every phone call, every design you send them, floor plan you update, your schedules, traveling to and from meetings, meetings in general, rehearsal, the day of, prepping, unprepping, charging my radios, packing my cooler, packing my bag, my emergency kit, printing off stuff, all the things. That is all the things that really go into what you are selling. And if you're not breaking it down, this is where we're going to have issues. So you really have to really know your numbers, know what it costs to actually hold your business, know what your finances are to run your business. And if this is your career, you're not only running your business, you also have to run your household and have a life outside of that. And that's where it goes a little haywire, is because people can run their business, but then sometimes they forget, well, you also have to eat. And do you like eating ramen noodles or do you like eating steak? I like both personally, and there's some weeks I eat both. But I have to be very mindful in what it takes to run my business. My cell phone, I mean, y'all all know how we all feel about Duke Power right now in North Carolina. Your power bills are insane. So again, you have to know what it costs to run your business, websites, all the CRMs you're running. Are you marketing? Are you on other sites? Are you paying to be in magazines, at wedding shows? All that goes into it. And you need to have a marketing budget and be very mindful in what that marketing budget looks like. And if you can do it, look at it each quarter. I tell people all the time, unfortunately, I've already spent what I can spend this quarter. If you want me to do it next year, we need to talk earlier. Don't wait till the last minute. Let me know what that might look like. I'll put it on my thing and see if I can work it in for next year. How much does it time it takes per client? Have you actually looked down to see what it takes to run a client meeting, to do all the things when it comes for that client? profits and revenue. What are you making off of your event? Especially if you're doing flowers, if you're doing all the things, what are the things are you looking at to kind of make sure you're looking for to run? You also want to make sure you're not guessing, because if you're guessing, you're losing out. You're not figuring this stuff 100%. So you really got to know where your numbers fall and where they lay. You really want to know what your confidence level is. It wasn't until I became a master wedding planner that I truly understood what my value was. Now, I've been doing weddings and events. I'm going on 28 years this summer. And in 28 years, I literally have made it a point to learn what my expertise brings to the table and what my energy brings to the table. Because before then, I had a huge fear of rejection. I I mean, we all do it. We compare ourselves to everyone. How many times do y'all get on Facebook and someone else got a wedding this weekend and you didn't? You're like, well, why did they have a wedding and I don't have a wedding? What did I do wrong? Why don't they like me? We all do it. Am I worth it? First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, right on your mirror, you are worth it. Because no matter where you're at in this game, no matter where you're at in your journey, you hold some form of value. You bring something to the table that no one else can bring. So you are worth it. And then I want you to just really tie that confidence into clarity. It's not an ego thing. I tell people all the time now, and it's taken me a very long time to get to the point where I am now, where I go, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. I know what I bring to the table. Because sometimes I'm dragging that table right along with me. All right. So you have to know what you are bringing to the table. It's clarity, and your confidence will shine when you have that expertise and that experience to back it up. So, pricing models. What works for you may not work for the person down the street. What works for your best friend in another state may not work for you here. So, create a pricing model that works for you. Do you charge a flat fee? Do you do percentage? Do you do packages? Do you customize everything? Know when to use each of these elements. For me, we have packages, but then I customize everything because for me, we're a full production team. I've got to make sure I have enough staff, I have enough hours, enough meetings, all the things that go into it. I can kind of make it what I need it to be, where at the end of the day, when I do my calculations, I'm still making an hourly rate that I'm comfortable in making. So many times we as entrepreneurs do not set boundaries. This is a huge one. It took me a very long time to learn work-life balance. And Shelby cracks me up when we get to talking because she always goes, I don't know how you do all the things you do. You're always all over the place and you're always going here and there and packing and going and traveling. Well, I have a huge calendar on my wall 4 months out. Right now, it looks chaotic if you look at the last 6 weeks. There's so many notes and meetings and things that are on there. But if you look at the next 9 to 12 weeks, I have a ton of white space on there. I even make sure I go into my calendar that I have online for my clients to set up. And sometimes I just take days off. It's either for me to be able to play catch up or me to just have a day with my best friend. It's a great way for me to spend time with my family. If I want to do a day trip, whatever I want to do, I make sure I set boundaries. My clients know I work from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. because I know I need to be flexible. Now, if someone messages me at 7 a.m., sometimes they're freaking out, something happens, they missed a flight, whatever, I will definitely work. Sometimes I have vendors message me at 8:30 in the morning. They go, hey, is there a chance we can talk? I have an issue. Absolutely. Those are situations, but set your boundaries early so your people know what you're doing. If you work a 9 to 5, you need to set boundaries and let your clients know, look, this is my side hustle. You have to work around my main job because I gave you a really good deal on your pricing. because this is what actually pays my insurance and pays all my bills. So again, you have to work around your boundaries. Know how long it takes you to work a wedding or an event. How many hours are you going to usually typically meet with a client? How many hours does it take? I mean, I was in the mountains of North Carolina yesterday. It was a 3 hour trip to take my client up there to go look at a venue. I knew yesterday was going to be a completely no other things were going to happen yesterday except for that meeting with my client. You have to know what is going to be included, what's not going to be included. Your office hours are important. Are you going to work every hour or are you going to work other hours? What hours do you work around your clients? I give a couple Sundays a month so that my working clients, I know they may only be able to work on the weekends or may be able to meet me on the weekends. So I give that. But again, there's some Sundays I completely block off and say, that's my time. Set your boundaries. This is where you help prevent the burnout and don't take on too much. How to say your pricing is probably one of the biggest things I can kind of assist you in. I want you to really focus on your expertise, what you bring to the table. And I want you to remove any of those apology phrases. I'm really sorry I cost this much, but I'm really worth it. Get rid of that. That doesn't show any confidence in what you are actually bringing to their event. I changed my wording this year on my website. Instead of, it doesn't say packages, it doesn't say pricing, it says your investment. You are investing in me because I'm investing my time in you. And that's huge. So, change your wording. Based on what I'm sharing, this is what I recommend. I read that you only wanted a day of event. I read most of the clients that we get, honestly, I'm pretty sure you are seeing it in your inboxes right now too, in inquiries. Hey, we're looking for a day of coordinator. Well, I saw that you have this already booked. We don't provide the day of coordination because for us, it's more of it management. And let me explain what that is. And I recommend this service. Or you've already got these things booked. Let's recommend our design because what you want really is our design and our partial planning. So we can really help you take, the next 6 to 12 months to do your wedding right. So again, learn your packages and learn how you're selling it to your clients and make them feel that you are actually giving them value for what they're spending. Trust me, they're spending $10 on a cup of coffee. They're spending hundreds on concert tickets. They're spending hundreds on experiences. They will spend the money on you if they know you are valuable and worth it. How do you handle objection? I'm I'm not great with it. I want everybody to like me. Let's be real. Y'all, if you know me, you know I like to be loved and I do not take confrontation or objection well at all. But I hear it every week. You're too expensive. Okay, well, I understand everyone has a budget. I have prompts in my emails that are ready to send out to clients when they come back to any of these objections. Well, if anything changes, we can always customize our services to meet your needs. But please note, we also have levels of services that we have to protect to make sure we bring the services you've read on all the referrals. And the reason why 3 people referred you to me and all of our reviews say so many high things is because these are the things we have in place. We wish you well. If you need help planning your honeymoon, we do that complimentary. So I'm still going to sell them every time. I'm still going to get them on sale on the back end. They need to think about it. Well, please note your date is very, I'm not a used car salesman. If you need to think about it, think about it. But please know I will not hold your date without a retainer. So, if you have more questions, if you want to have your parents reach out to me, your significant other, whatever, we can have another Zoom call. We're here for follow-ups. I'll give you a couple days to think about it, and then I'm going to move on. I'm not going to chase you. You either love me and grab a hold of me, or you'll just keep getting my newsletter until you tap out and say you don't want it anymore. Can you give a discount? Well, normally, whenever technically someone gets referred to me, I've already discounted it as low as I'm going to discount it. I give military discounts, I give teacher, I give nurses, teacher, military, police, EMT, and fire. There's a discount within that. But I also have my pricing structured a little higher so it can afford all the discounts because they like the word discounts. They can afford the discounts that I'm going to be giving them. Did a venue refer them? Absolutely. I'll give them a discount. But again, I've priced myself where when I make what I make, I'm actually making what I really want to make. They feel they got the deal of a lifetime. It's a win for everybody. Respond with confidence, not defensiveness. Oh, you don't like that? Well, no, don't, just tell them, well, unfortunately, I understand you don't feel that you feel the way you feel. I will tell you, Chat GPT is a godsend. Use it. Write what you really want to say, and then have Chat GPT, please write this more professionally and full of empathy. Let them write the caption for you. You're going to get it all out in Chat GPT, pounding the words, telling your client what you really feel, and then have Chat GPT put a pretty little bow on it and send that to them. Okay. It will definitely help. Alignment. Your price should align with your experience. If you're just starting out, yes, you may be in that 25 to $40 hour range. Absolutely. Your staff's just starting out, they may be between the $12 and $28 range, depending on where you're at. But if you are bringing experience, you definitely should not be shortchanging what you are charging by any means. The more experience you have means you bring more confidence on the event day. Because if anything happens, I mean, you pretty much can give me some Q-tips and some toothpicks, and I will build you a shopping mall at this point in my life and my career. That's where you want to be. That's who you want to align yourself with. Well, align yourself with also when you're aligning vendors to work on your event days, that they also kind of coincide with what your pricing is. If there's a venue that's super, super cheap and pushes nothing but, DIY events and friends doing all their services, I'm probably not going to be screaming to the top of the lungs how amazing that venue is, no matter how much I love that venue or the people that run it. But if there's someone over here that's very professional, they have insurance, they do all the things that they're supposed to be doing, I'm going to align myself with those people, that experience. Communication, touch points. CRMs are great. If you're not using them yet, I just got on board this past year. I highly recommend it. If you don't have the time to set them up, we have amazing virtual assistants all throughout ABC we can align you with. Trust me, I used one myself. They set me up with all of my CRMs, and now they drip emails when I'm traveling. They respond to inquiries as quick as they come in. Like the touch points are so much better now and so clear now. It's all about the delivery. They want to know that you love them, that you touch them, and that you heard them. Your clients want to feel seen. And if they feel seen, they're going to trust you more and more. And then your referrals are going to be the ones that truly are going to be helping you the most. But again, who's referring you? If they're only referring you those DIY clients, is that your clientele? Great. Hey, good for you. Someone's got to handle them. I don't want to do that anymore. That's not the level of services I want. I don't want the headache. I don't want the stress. I don't want that aspect anymore. No. I want y'all all to say that right now. No. No. Go ahead. No. I don't see anybody's lips moving. No. Go ahead. No. Tell me no. I want you to tell me no right now. No. Because no is a full sentence. Not every client is your client. It took me a long time to learn that. And I'm even dealing that right now with what I'm doing in travel. Could I sell anything in the world? Absolutely, I can. Do I want to? No. I am learning what I want to sell, what I want to specialize in, and what I want my niche to be. And that's all I'm going to sell. I'll give everything else to someone else. You don't like working at a venue? Find a planner that loves working at a venue. Give them all that. You can have all those weddings. I don't want it. It's not my venue. I don't want to travel that far. It's too late at night when I get home, whatever it is. Saying no protects your brand. Are you a boots, burlap, and baby's breath galore? Love it. Post it all over your social media. Absolutely. Me, I will talk a bride out of baby's breath in a heartbeat. Wax flower is gorgeous. Have you seen what wax flowers looks like? And baby's breath stinks. I will talk them out of baby's breath left and right because I did baby's breath for 15 years. I'm over baby's breath. I'm ready for all the other fun stuff. Do you not want wrinkly linens? Do you not want linens that go down, that are only half, what is your vision? What is your brand? What do you want your look to look like? Start with your website. And you don't have to clear out all of your Instagram. I'm not one of those that says your Instagram has to be completely cleared out and only show what you want to show. For me, I'm going to leave all the stuff I did 15 years ago up on my social medias. It shows growth. It shows where I've been in my journey and where I'm projecting to go. Your website is going to be what you want to sell. It's currently what you want to do. If you don't have that clientele yet, do as many style shoots as you possibly can, because this will showcase and highlight the level of services you want to do. It's all a mindset. And once you get in that mindset, it's mind blowing. So, what are some quick wins that you can do right now? I want you to audit your packages, really dive into them. If you can lower one price a little bit because you want to like go after a little bit more of a market, lessen your services. Only do one walkthrough instead of two. Only hold so many meetings. Never use the word unlimited access, unlimited meetings, unlimited phone calls, because FYI, if you have the word unlimited in any of your pricing right now, you can only take on one client at a time. Do you know why? Legally, that client can call you at 3 o'clock in the morning, and if you don't answer the phone, you void your contract, because that person was told they had 100% access to you. That is huge. All right. So go ahead, get rid of the word perfection, because we cannot guarantee perfection on wedding day. So if perfection is in your tagline, your name of your company, anywhere on your website, get rid of it. You can't guarantee it. I guarantee you can't guarantee it. I've never been able to guarantee it. And if you can guarantee it, we're going to have a whole, Shelby, I want a workshop on how do we guarantee perfection on wedding day, because I'm going to need that myself. My P word is phenomenal. I will guarantee you phenomenal and memorable. That is my P word. You can use that. I want you to track your time for 1 week. This gets really scary. How much time do you actually spend? Have you ever gone back and looked? Have you ever had a client that wanted to sue you or cancel your contract and you wanted to sue them? Did you go back and track every text message, every email, every phone call, DM, meeting, travel minute, travel mile, all the things that went into it, all the things you did behind the scenes, creating layouts, changing layouts, creating schedules, sending all the things, creating mood boards, things that just suck the life out of you. How long did you spend on Pinterest creating that mood board? Right? That gets really scary very quickly. And for me, if a client wants to cancel their contract with me, now when they book me at my package rate, it's an hourly rate, and it's usually a discounted hourly rate. My rate that I'm worth on my website is $125 an hour. If I charge that, people will look at me like I have four heads coming out of my head, out of my shoulders. But if you cancel your contract, we switch from your package rate to my hourly rate. Girl, you're going to owe me something at the end of this conversation real quick. And then I can quickly say, we're just going to stop here, and I'm not going to have you owe me anything, but you're no longer to bash me on social media. You can't, write a bad review. We're just going to end terms because technically you owe me money according to my contract. I no longer owe you any more of my services. We're going to part ties now. I want you to rewrite your pricing language. Look at it. How is it? Does it really scream expertise and experience? If not, rewrite that to make it look like you are giving them the world, and take a few things out. So when you do give them a few extra things, they already think you're going above and beyond. I want you to set one new boundary, whether it's go to bed early, close your office down an hour early. When are you going to check your emails, in the morning or in the evening, whatever. I want you to set one new boundary this week. And in the chat, before you get off, I want you to write what your new boundary will be for this week. What new boundary will you set for this week? Write that in the chat for me. Confidence comes from clarity, not from courage. Remember that. If you need to screenshot that, if you need to take a picture of that, I want you to remember that. Confidence comes with clarity. You don't need to charge more for your services. You need to charge on purpose. How many meetings are you hosting? Why are you hosting those meetings? Could they have been a memo? How many times have you been in a meeting that could have just been a memo? Could have just been an email, a text message. So charge on purpose. Make your packages, make your pricing, whatever you're doing, come with a purpose. Thank you guys so much for your day and time. I hope I ruffled some feathers. I hope I definitely got your attention, and I hope that you will do some amazing things when it comes to your pricing. If you want to talk to me about pricing, I would love to chat with you. You're welcome to reach out to me. I'll throw you my calendar link. I would love to mentor you, help encourage you, and guide you along this way.
Jen, that was amazing, as always. I have a question for you from Colleen. I would love to
Absolutely.
know if the group offers two packages or three. Oh, I lost her. Where is it? Oh, or three. We have a wedding day management premium package that includes setup. I would like to get rid of this package. What's your thoughts on that?
If there is a package you don't like to do, get rid of it. It's that simple. If you're getting into the age of as we age in our services, in our careers, there's certain things we just don't want to do anymore. And if there's something you don't want to do, either bring on staff that does want to do that, which obviously changes your how you're going to price structure, and then go into that situation. I was talking to Shelby before we jumped on here, and my goal is I'm going to work the weddings for 3 more years fully. So we average about 30 to 40 weddings a year as a team. So I have a whole team. So I don't personally do 30 to 40 weddings a year. I have a whole team. But in the next, cycle of or chapter of my career, I'm going to 5 to 10 weddings a year. I'm no longer doing setup at all. Me personally will not. I don't even really do a lot of the setup anymore anyway. My team does. My team folds all the napkins. My team puts all the linens out. My team puts out all the place settings. I rarely. One time I usually touch a napkin is when I go do the design in the showroom. And I usually go, please mind me, my team does all this now. I don't. So if you don't want to do a service, don't do it. Change your packages. I just took out day of, month of wording in any of my packages. When I changed my website, we don't do that at all. We do event management. It's 2 walkthroughs, it's a couple meetings, blank schedules, it's 12 hours on wedding day, it's rehearsal, and it's a pretty little package that's 30 to 40 hours, and it makes it easy for us. If they book us even quicker, then I may shorten the package because I'm not going to do 2 walkthroughs. I may only get to do 1 walkthrough because they're hiring me next month. And then I can kind of customize it in that sense. Hopefully that answers your question. And if you guys want to jump off of mute and ask questions, feel free as well. I know Shelby's going to help me go through the chat, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah, Colleen still had, she said it's more about stepping in the bride's mess.
Oh, I 100. That's the reason why I got rid of the day of, month of, is I no longer wanted to play Russian roulette, is the best way I can explain it. I didn't want to show up and just not know who I was working with. So even in my event management, I charge more for it because there's going to be, if they haven't gotten vendors selected yet, then I will align them with vendors. I will send my vendors, hey, I've got this couple. This is their date, their venue. This is what they're looking for. I don't know pricing. We didn't do budget. I'm just event. I'm making sure they know I'm only event management. But I'd rather work with you on wedding day than Uncle Bob that has no clue what he's doing. So I changed my event management to help rule that out. And then when someone does come to me and they go, hey, I want day of, and I've already got everybody booked, I look at who their vendors are. And if I don't feel comfortable in working with them, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work for us. But thank you so much. Or I'm in the process of actually creating vendor policies that their vendors and my couple have to sign off on before I will agree to those vendors I don't know to
Oh,
protect
that
me.
was good. That was good. Um, Teresa wants to know, does your price change when you have a shorter time frame?
Sometimes it depends. Um, I mean, right now people are either booking me. I mean, we're already booking in 2028 for some of my clients, and then I just had the client book me 2 days before I jumped on a plane to the Bahamas for an April wedding, like beginning of April wedding. So, and all they had was a venue and a DJ. They had nothing else. So it just depends where they are in the planning process, how much I'm going to have to invest. I've gotten to the point now where my seasoned expertise allows me to know what it's going to take me to create that wedding to take off without a hitch. And I try to make sure I put enough time in there for me. But if I can shave some time off because you already have everything booked, I just need to send you blank schedules and I just need to show up to a couple of venue walkthroughs, then yeah, I'm going to customize my package to fit that needs. Great question.
Anyone else before we sign off? Okay, Jen, I don't see any other questions, so I think that everyone feels complete. And I thank you so much. I appreciate that you could find time for us in that busy schedule of yours. I'm
You
glad
getting
that
on
we're
my calendar
within your
early.
boundaries.
Hey, you asked me early enough. I will definitely, Shelby. I'll always put you on my calendar for sure. And
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you
Is
for
there a sign-in sheet?
a sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
McCole, did you get her? Did you get
Who is
Alyssa?
speaking? If they have their name at the bottom of the screen, then yes, I checked them all. But if
Okay.
they don't have anything or have something else, nope, I didn't.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay. All right. I'm about to sign off. Everybody good? Everybody
Thanks.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jen, and
thank
Bye-bye.
you,
and as
Jen.
always.
go
Thank you,
work on your
Jen.
pricing. Make
Bye,
that
guys.
money.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.